Hi, I'm Cherie.
And I'm Chris of Technomadia.
And we've been trying to decide what we want to do this summer. We've left this entire year completely unplanned, and we've decided
to go to Alaska.
But we're not doing it the way a lot of our RVing friends are doing this year, and that's by driving our RV up there.
In fact, we're going to be leaving Zephyr behind and going to Alaska a slightly different way. So let's tell you about it.
We've actually been wanting to RV up to Alaska, so that's not the issue. And one day we probably will RV up to Alaska, but we have some other projects up. We bought our bus 4 years ago. It's hard to believe. We've had Zephyr now for 4 years.
And, well, you know, she is a 54-year-old bus made in 1961. And we knew buying her that she's going to need a bunch of work to look her best. So,
and we decided instead of just buying a bus and then putting it in a shop or doing a lot of work to get on the road, we're doing our projects on the bus as we go. So we've done a lot of upgrades to the bus on the road in different locations, and it's time for Zephyr's next big project. And it's one we've put money away from the very day that we bought the bus, and she's getting a new paint job.
Yes, we're going to make her look shiny and new as a 53-year-old girl can look anyway.
And yes, we are keeping the current paint scheme. So it will still be blue and white.
Soups and swirls? I thought
no
we were
soups and swirls?
I thought we were going to do soups and swirls. We're going to have to talk about this a little bit.
So for the last year, we've been talking with paint experts and getting bids on what it's going to cost to bring our lovely lady up to a shiny new self.
Right.
And we've decided we're going up to Elkhart.
We're going to Mastertech. We visited them last year and really, you know, liked the shop. We just had a little bit of work done with them last year, but we got to know the owners. We like how cool and geeky and their just perfectionist attention to detail is, and we like how they can be very hands-on with letting us get involved too.
Right, and we really like the work they've done, and we liked their interest in our project. So we're going to Mastertech in Elkhart, Indiana, and that's where we'll be getting to by the end of May, and we'll be leaving Zephyr there for, they are estimating
it's going to be about a 6 to 8 week project because we're going to add on a few other upgrades while we're doing this.
Yeah, we always had the intention that our bus was going to be our mobile home base in the U.S. where we went and explored other modalities of travel. We're tech nomads. We're not necessarily full-time RVers. It just happens to be that for the last 9 years, that's what we've been doing.
And we really love RVing, but there's so much other ways to explore the world and the country. So while Zephyr is in the shop, we're going to spend some time handing her over and getting all the projects started, hands-on, and then we are going to hit the rails again.
So we already have a train adventure booked. We're taking the Empire Builder from Chicago out to Vancouver, Canada, and we'll stay there for a couple of days. So we're looking for adventures to do in Vancouver.
And unfortunately, there's not a train that goes up to Alaska, so we're just going to have to rough it, and we're going to take a cruise.
So we've booked a one-way northbound cruise up the interior passage of Alaska. It's been a long time since we've had a vacation, and as many of you know, we've been working really hard the past year, helping with the Our Village launch, Escapers launch, a couple mobile apps we've developed, and launching our book, The Mobile Internet Handbook. So we've been working way too many long hours. We'll still be working while we're doing this adventure, but just not as many. We're taking a little bit of vacation and splurging.
So we're getting up to Alaska, and it is a one-way ticket at the moment. We don't have any plans for exactly what we're going to do once we arrive in Alaska on June 17th.
So we've not booked a return passage yet. We're scoping out some options for how we're going to get back, everything ranging from the ferry to doing just a cheap cruise back.
And we have not figured out lodging in Alaska or what we're going to do or where we're going to go. We are considering renting an RV. We are considering hopping around to various Airbnbs. We are considering taking the train up through Denali and Fairbanks. This apparently a very big state, so it should take us a little bit of time to figure out.
We're only probably going to have maybe 10 to 14 days up there to do an interior Alaska adventure. So
maybe longer if we really decide that we love it.
We'll see. It'll depend upon how long the Zephyr's projects are taking and when we want to return back home. But we're looking for ideas on what we should do. If you had 2 weeks to spend in the interior of Alaska, what adventures would you do? Leave them in the comments. We're looking for what we want to do. If you're up in Alaska, you have an invitation. We'd love to stop by and see you too. If it's
you've got hookups and connections and ideas of the cool, unique things, well, that's what we're all about. So one-way trip, an adventure to Alaska.
Yeah,
and,
we're gonna be traveling just with each a backpack on our backs and a little bit of our tech, keeping connected while we work. We're gonna be mixing up between the luxury of a cruise and then doing some budget travel by land, Airbnbs, maybe some couch surfing while we're up there, kind of mixing it all up and just really having an adventure this summer. So we're really excited about this. We'll probably be traveling around for somewhere between 6 to 8 weeks total.
Yep. As then on our way back, we're going to be hopping on the train again and maybe doing an Amtrak pass and bouncing around the country while we're waiting for the bus.
As we make our way back to Elkhart. Someone will ask, what are we doing with Kiki? You might see her walking around here in the background.
Oh, we didn't think about that.
We should do something
They
with
don't
Kiki.
let cats on the train.
And so Kiki will actually be staying with her Grand Meow in St. Louis. So we will be stopping in St. Louis on the way up to Elkhart. We're currently filming this in Austin, Texas. And so Kiki will be staying with Grand Meow. She will be safe and provided for. And we'll go off on some adventures. We're looking forward to it. We'll be sharing from you on the road. And let us know your ideas. We're open to all the possibilities.
We've never done Alaska before, so exciting.
See you soon.